got me misunderstood. I'm not from your neighborhood, no. Baby, I'll play your game my way, yeah. 'Cause you know I'm not quite the star. Just wait until the sun goes down. In the clouds, feeling now, you can turn me up. I'll play with fire and I like to.
Hey everyone, I'm Mackayla. Welcome to the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast. We're going to jump right in with the two hardest questions of all. Who are you and what have you been up to recently?
Hey there. I we've been the Lovers has been really busy lately. We just played the other day ACL, Austin City Limits for the first time. And I mean that was just a tremendous experience. It was our first major music festival and it was just I mean just surreal. It was just like a dream come true, just to be invited there in the first place. And well, we've been on the road a lot as well. We just did a big run in the West area, like Colorado and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. We've been working on a lot of music. We have music coming out in an EP coming out in November, which we're really excited about. And um, yeah, so we've been, firing on all cylinders around here.
You've been very busy.
Yeah, we living the dream.
Yeah, so just coming off of this tour, are there any super memorable venues or shows that you played?
Well, it was actually so we did a few nights in Colorado, and it's our first time playing that far, like in the Rockies, and getting that far away from home. And so the whole thing was just a lot of fun. We were opening for some other bands, and that's always a fun thing because you get to experience, you get to meet a lot of people you wouldn't
Yeah.
otherwise, fans of theirs, and
Hmm.
make new connections that way, and that's always fun. And it was just cool. Also, I'm a nature guy myself, so it's nice to be able to we can go on a hike in the morning and then go do the music thing in the afternoon. And so that was really fun, and I look forward to getting back over there and doing some more.
Did you
Uh,
go on any particular hikes that you really liked?
I do a lot of hiking, but I mean we couldn't get too extreme just because if you go too deep in the mountains, and you're not gonna have time to make it back. And
Hmm.
we're doing like it was like Denver and in Colorado Springs, and so it was kind of on the edge of the mountains there. So, but we did a few, we got to stretch our legs a little bit. Let's just say that. So,
Yeah, you can't be doing a all day hike.
no, and I wish, but next time maybe we'll maybe factor that in next time.
Yeah, it's
But
like a day in between every show for a hike.
exact. See, that sounds like the ticket to me.
Perfect tour.
Oh yeah, that would be it right there.
For somebody who hasn't seen you guys live, how would you
Mhm.
describe it?
Yeah, well, our show, the band itself is very, a lot of people say it's like slick, 80s sounding or 80s reminiscent pop rock. We get compared a lot to bands like the 1975 or um, like In Excess. We get a lot of people say I sound a little bit like Maroon 5. So you get the gist of that. And but the show is something that we spend a lot of time working on, and
Mhm.
um, it's just a lot of energy. To me, that's the whole point of doing this thing is to get out on stage and have fun, and to bring the audience into the show as much as possible, and really just to kind of reciprocate the music back with them.
Yeah.
So the shows are a lot of fun. It's a lot of high energy, and do a lot of singing together and that kind of stuff. And we just like to keep it fun, but really, I mean, that's what it's all about, is the joy of doing that, and being together and stuff. So
Of course, yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
what song on the new EP are you most excited to play live?
well, actually we debuted a new song at an ACL, and I just finished it like 2 days before or something, and we hadn't even rehearsed it. We rehearsed it at
Ooh.
Soundtrack ACL, which is pretty crazy, but it was my goal to play it at ACL.
Hmm.
So we achieved that. But yeah, I was just working on it a little bit right before we got on the call, and it's a new song called "Kind of Like It," and it's very boppy, very like I don't know, like Walk the Moon, like Shut Up and Dance with Me,
Hmm.
kind of like radio pop sounding stuff. And I'm really excited about it. It's got a good vibe to it. It's a happy vibe, which I think is a lot of the record that we're putting out is a lot more uh, I say personal songwriting than I've ever done before. And um, I think that song on that record is just going to be kind of like a really nice breath of fresh air.
Hmm.
And so I'm really excited. It's been a while since I've been very, very excited about a song, but that's one of them. So
It's exciting.
yeah, I'm excited.
It's good
We're
that you
always
got to play it live there.
I know, and everybody it was a great reaction. It's kind of when you play live a lot like we do, you get to test new songs out with audiences, and it's always so fun to see how people react to the new stuff that they've never heard before. But this one was really cool. It was you could just tell people got it really
That's
quick.
awesome.
That's what you want ultimately.
Yeah,
So
that's what you hope for.
yes, exactly.
You don't want
So
a song that nobody wants to hear.
that's that's true. Yeah, that's true. That would
Or
suck.
you too. I don't know.
Or yeah, maybe. I mean, there's probably some people who want to do that. But anyway, I but I don't when I write music like on this topic, when I write music, I'm not necessarily writing for anybody in particular. I want to like my own music. I'm writing mainly for myself, I want to be able to jam my own songs, and I think that might be taboo to say that, but I mean, I'm always pushing to be better, and so I think there's nothing wrong with that, and I just want things to be the best that they can be for everybody else.
Yeah. What does the songwriting process look like for you?
Well, lately, this is my apartment, and I've been writing everything really in here, and I take the demo as far as it can go. And then we recently the band's been through a lot of iterations, but we've this year we've kind of got the final form, I think, and there's five of us total, and two of them are both music producers, so who produce for a lot of other artists and do incredible work on their own. So we're so blessed to have all gotten together, and but yeah, so I'll get a song as far as it can go here, and then I'll send it to the guys, and we just kind of finish everything in house, and that's a really beautiful thing to be able to do that and not have to start involving people you don't necessarily know in the
Yeah.
process, um and that way everybody's proud of it too. It's everybody has their own footprint on it, which I think means a lot. But yeah, so it's been nice. It's been really cool. And that's just like I said, that's all very recent, just with the new music. So
Yeah, that's exciting.
yeah, it is cool. It's very cool. And like I said, it keeps everybody involved,
Yeah.
which that is important, and it's nice, we're lucky to be a band of really good friends and stuff that can collaborate like that. So I'm happy.
That's most important.
Yes, I think so. I think that's it's very important, especially being in a band because you spend a lot of time together, and it can, people get to, when you spend a lot of time on the road, you get to know people very intimately.
Hmm.
So it's nice if you're able to get along all the time and stuff because it's
Yeah.
not always the case. It's not always the case.
At least have to coexist.
That's right. That's right. But we do, like I'm saying, that we're all best friends, and I mean, it's just really kind of a dream scenario. So we've been working towards for a long time. So we're very happy. So,
For somebody who is starting a band for the first time, what would you recommend?
oh my goodness. For for somebody starting a band for the first time, well, definitely. I mean, that's a pretty broad question, but like if you're gonna try to get with people, I think it's important that you definitely align on some issues and um, because that could be a problem. But I think that goes a long way because like for instance, like I mentioned, we've had a lot of iterations in our band
Hmm.
of members coming in and out, and um, just because people jive, just because you like the same music as somebody else, that doesn't mean that y'all are going to gel together. Um, when you have to spend, 12 hours on the road together, and that really is so important because that can wear you down, not being with people who really jive with a personality like
Yeah.
Mitch yours, and I think that's very important. But there's a lot that goes into it, and especially I mean, it's a lot of learning that goes into starting off, and
Hmm.
you know, um, but yeah,
What is something you wish you knew when you started?
Oh, a lot, a whole lot. I wish I knew everything, but I mean, you gotta start. That's part of it, though, especially in the world of rock music, and like doing what we're doing, um, touring and doing the whole grassroots growth type of thing. I mean, you gotta. It's okay to start with nothing. You get everything by learning, by doing. And
Yeah.
there's no other way to do it. Like even if you could give all the advice in the world, but if you're not going to learn better than just going out there and doing it yourself, you know,
Hmm.
and a lot of people have, in my experience, a lot. I've been fortunate to receive a lot of good advice, but just because it worked, just because something works for that band doesn't mean it works for this band. Just because uh, I mean, but that goes for a lot of things though, because some people nowadays you can bands don't even have to play live. You could be doing
Hmm.
stuff on TikTok and just blow up on there and stuff. And so there's no like path that uh that I would recommend following. It's just really whatever is in your skill set, whatever you feel like doing. Like if you feel like cutting your teeth out on the road, go and do that because you're going to learn a whole lot about not only music but yourself, um, but yeah, but it's hard to say because it's just there's no roadmap to becoming successful. If there was, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's what makes it so interesting.
it does. It does make it interesting. And like I said, you just learn so much just by going out and doing the thing, and just making connections, organic connections and stuff. So I recommend that. But
When you're on the road, what do you miss the most?
when I'm on the road, I'll be honest, I really like being on the road. I think I'm more comfortable. I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, I really like getting to the hotel and, crashing in my courtyard Marriott double queen. So it's like I don't know. I like it. I like seeing new places and I like kind of the thrill of every day you don't know what you're going to expect. It's always because every day is something new,
Hmm.
or you might have some kind of problem. You might break down on the side of the road, and you have a whole new set of complications. But I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I definitely miss privacy. Like having my own space. I think because I can be kind of introverted at times, and um, so I do. I would say that I miss that part, but I enjoy it, and I'm very thankful we're spending a lot more time on the road lately, and things are starting to build a little bit, and we can feel that. So it's a good feeling because it's something I've been chasing for a long time. So
So, do you have any dream venues or festivals you want to play?
I've always wanted to do Red Rocks. Red Rocks is a bucket list for sure. I think it is for a lot of people. I went to a concert there for the first time a year or two ago, and my goodness, it's just such a magical place. I don't know if you've been out
I've
there,
not.
but
I want to go.
yes,
I'll
yes,
come
and
see
it's
you guys when you play there.
yes, you should. Oh my God, that would be awesome. But I mean, just being out there, it doesn't really matter who you're like. When I went see, I saw the Head and the Heart was the first band that I saw, and I didn't really know but one or two songs, but it did not matter because it was just so magical. Just the venue itself, um, was just so cool. It's just I can't describe it really, but yeah. And then ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to do. I'd always joke about playing Wembley Stadium, So I guess I
Hmm.
gotta keep rolling with that one,
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, so I'd say that's kind of my top tier. But I think Wembley's pretty up there, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep pushing.
I think you can make it.
I think I mean you definitely got a dream, you can't you got to believe in it for sure if you want to do this. That's what I've learned for sure. It's you really got to commit to what you're doing. You got to commit to the bit and commit to your art and
Yeah.
commit to yourself and pushing, because it is hard. It really is.
Yeah. And
So
if you don't believe in yourself, who will?
exactly. Exactly. So
So, when you're kind of, struggling with all of, believing in yourself, kind of being inspired for music, what do you do to kind of get re inspired?
oh, that's a great question. It's actually it's it's kind of interesting because all of us right now, we all have regular jobs as well. So, that's when we're not out playing and stuff, that definitely takes a lot of our time and unfortunately inspiration at times, just because we have to pay the bills that way or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely glad I'm able to do that. But yeah, I think a lot of what I found, because I'll struggle trying to find that inspiration again, but I think just putting yourself in it, um, like trying to, just opening up a session on your computer and just saying, like, I just got to put something down. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, I just need to work. But it's like a muscle, you just gotta, I found that just trying and just putting myself into a new song, just that helps me a lot. I mean, I don't know if that I doubt everybody's like that, but um, I think just like I said, just working that muscle is really what it takes. But
How do you manage the band life work balance?
mhm. It's increasingly difficult, and I increasingly don't like doing my job, but well, just because it takes my time away from working on music and stuff, which I just that's what I'd rather be doing, obviously. But I thankfully I do remote work. A lot of us do have remote jobs, and that's pretty much how we're able to do it because I don't think we would otherwise. And like I said, we're just really lucky to have gotten into that. But I do like marketing stuff on the side, or I'm sorry, that's like my job, which I'm able to apply that back into the band too, which is really nice. And
That's helpful.
yeah, and I've learned a lot, from the job that I can apply to doing music and stuff. So it's been, I think everything kind of works out for a reason, and so yeah.
Before I ask the last question, was there anything else you want to mention or talk about today?
Um, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Is there anything you're dying to talk about or share with the world?
Well, we're just I just encourage y'all to check us out, and if you like that kind of music, pop rock, alternative stuff, and I'm just hoping to we're gonna keep traveling a lot, and we're gonna keep building, and like I said, we have that a record coming out next month, and we're just really really excited about that. I think especially if you listen to a lot of the music that's out now, it's very different from that. It's just a whole like kind of a different vibe. We put one song out from the EP called The Bed, and the response on that has been really really good, and it's kind of more like a ballad song, but and it's like one of those songs that just got I wrote it in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, that's the only time that's ever happened to me. You hear about that, you hear about other artists doing that, but um I mean it's just a special song, it comes from real life for sure. And a lot of the music like on the record is like that. So I'm really excited about it, I think, and it's a cool kind of left field for us a little bit, and um kind of expands our musical palette, I guess you could say. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that everybody checks it out and enjoys it.
That's crazy. It only took you 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like I was driving and like I had this little melody hit me, but I was pulling into my apartment, and I was like, I really like this. I have to put it down. And I mean, as soon as I got to my computer, I just started writing. And I mean, I had all the lyrics done in 5 minutes. It was really crazy. Um, and like I said, I mean, you hear about that happening, but it's weird when it happens in real life, because
It's a
usually
good thing you were almost home.
I know, I know that's the only reason it happened, probably. But and usually me, like I'm not good about that. I'll rewrite songs like 3 times just because I'm a perfectionist or something. But but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either because I want to be happy with my
Yeah.
work. But yeah, so a lot of that record is like that kind of stream of consciousness, like kind of stuff. But I think people will find something of themselves to enjoy in it. So.
So, our last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Oh, my life, definitely. Well, I started playing music because of I was at a friend's house. I was 11 years old. I was at a friend's house, and I had no interest in music whatsoever. But we were watching VH1 Top 20 Countdown or something, Win TV or something, and this Green Day's music video for Boulevard of Broken Dreams came on, and I don't know, just something about that just had me just transfixed on it. And I went home the next day and I was begging my mom for guitar lessons. I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And she thought I was crazy, I'm sure, but but she did it, you know. And my brother had an old guitar that he never learned to play, and I picked that up and I started kind of teaching myself, and um, and eventually got some lessons or whatever. But that's where the dream started for me, and I've never really looked back from that. And I mean, I wouldn't say that's like my favorite band now, but I definitely take a lot of inspiration from Billy Joe, just because I think he's one of the best frontmen
Yeah.
alive today, and I definitely steal a lot from him. And I just find him to be a really big inspiration as far as bringing people into the show, and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But I really like the 1975 is a big band for me, and I'm a big fan of Kacey Musgraves. I think Golden Hour was kind of it was a big deal for me when it came
Yeah.
out. I just thought it was really cool how she shifted genres like that, and all the songwriting was just really personal and heartfelt. But my favorite artist is The Weeknd by far.
Okay. Are you going to see him on this tour?
I saw him twice. I was lucky enough to see him. Oh my God, I loved
That's
it.
awesome.
No, he's terrific. And there was his production is kind of like Eras tour level. So
Hmm.
it's the stage goes like um the whole stadium, and then they
Yeah.
do all the fire everywhere and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So
But
you're going to model your future tour off of that?
that's what I'm thinking. You got to dream, you got to dream.
Yeah.
But
I love
yeah.
that you can tie it all back to that one song.
I know it's kind of weird, but it's true. I mean, I can't explain why. I really can't. But um, I mean, that's just where it was. I remember just being. I saw the guy on the video, and I was like, I want to be him. You know. But here we are.
Yeah. It worked out.
It worked out, I guess. It's still working, so we're just gonna keep on going.
Yeah. So for all of our listeners who want to stay updated on you guys, hear the new EP when it comes out. Where can I find you?
Oh, we're on lovers.com if you can, but you have to spell it right. It's LVVRS. So it's silly, but anyway, that's where we are. But and then we're on Instagram, of course, and Spotify, Apple Music, all the good stuff. We're everywhere. So we're easy to find as long as you can spell it right.
That's
Not sure
important.
whose idea that was, but I guess it was mine.
It's too late now.
No, it's too late now. We gotta again, you gotta commit to it. You gotta commit
Right.
to it. So, but
Okay.
thank
Well,
you very much for having me.
yeah, thank you so much as well for taking the time to talk with me.
Yes, this was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Of course, have a nice rest of your day.
Of course, you too.